Hey YouTube, Jack here for Jack's Low Carb Journey, episode 32. What are we going to talk about today? I told you yesterday. I'm coming for you, you crybabies. We're going to talk about snacks. Here's what I'm going to say though, right? I am actually going to beat you up a little bit. Not everybody watching this is the subject of a beating, but some of you are, and you'll know if it's you when I start the beating. But I'm only going to beat you up for about a minute, maybe a minute and a half. In spite of the way I said I was coming for you yesterday. Then I'm going to give you some actual answers to this. But we're going to talk about, like, what a snack is and why you think you need one and stuff like that today. And, like, being, a grown-up adult who's overweight, needs to lose weight, and needs to not be whining and bitching about something like a snack, like an 8-year-old. That's just a taste of what you're going to get. Before you do, let's talk about my progress. Day 65 of this journey. Weighed in today at 216. Weighed in yesterday at 215.2. So 0.8 of a pound back up. Shit happens, guys. Look, you can do everything right. Your weight's going to bounce around a little bit. I've got people on my 40-day challenge that are like all depressed because they went way down and then they went up a pounder or two. Kind of in league with what we're going to talk about with snacks today in today's episode. Be a freaking grown-up. Right? These little fluctuations mean nothing. It's amazing, too. Most of you guys that are trying to lose weight, that are significantly overweight, you went along for 10 or 20 years and maybe you weren't happy with your weight, but you weren't sitting there going, I gained a pound today. I feel so bad about myself. But now that you're actually trying to change your life, the natural fluctuations, it's like I said about the advice I got from one of my sales mentors. You get really excited over stupid little shit, and you get really depressed over stupid little shit. I got one person, you know who you are, lost significant weight, 20 days, whining, bitching, because it's not as much as somebody else's. That's what it really comes down to. Quit your bitching, do the work, and some people are going to have like a big dump in the first week or two. And some people are going to have little, it might go out 30 days even, and then little. It's different for everybody. But if you do the work, and you focus on the goals, you stick to the system and trust the system. Just like I've talked about before with my son, when he was 9 years old, we were trying to build fires, and he would get really impatient. He wanted to just get the fire going. Look, buddy, we follow the system for building a fire, there will be a fire. You're trying to build a fire in yourself to burn the fat off of your body. Okay? Trust me, it works. You can go back at the beginning, you can go back 60 days, roughly, to the first video I did in this series, which I was already a couple weeks in. You can look at that video and you can look at me now. I don't have to get up in front of a mirror and suck my gut in or anything. Like, you just look at me in the face. You can just look at my skin, right? You can look at my eyes and you can see this works. You have to have trust in the system and you have to follow the system, not your version of the system. You stay under on your carbs, keep your fat and protein right, and just keep doing it. And don't bitch about it. Because I want to say a little thing as we go into the snack thing that has a lot to do with the snack thing. This is 90% of the game. This is the result. That 90% of the results are here, right? But only 10% of the things that you do are here. 90% of what you do is up there in the brain. And if you have a shitty attitude, if you say, I'm miserable on this food, this is hard, I can't do it, it's just going to get harder, and you're just going to get more miserable, and you might do everything right, and you actually may, I believe, I can't prove this, but I believe a shitty attitude will actually make you hold on to weight. It'll actually help suppress your metabolism. What do you think runs your metabolism? Little elves that sit on shelves and watch you and go, oh, you're doing good, let's crank his metabolism. No, your freaking brain runs your endocrine system, would run your metabolism. So get your attitude right. All of you, right? Okay. Assuming you have your attitude right, you can forget that. And you can forget the ass beating you're about to get for about the next 90 seconds if you are not a whiny bitch about snacks. If you are, here comes your ass beating. So most of the people that I hear over and over and over, what about snacks? What about snacks? What about snacks? Shut up! Jesus, what is wrong with you? Are you 8? And I'm serious. I have an 8-year-old grandson. He comes home from school at 3 o'clock. He immediately runs in and grabs a snack. Right? He's a growing boy, though. Right? Okay? And like 15 minutes later, he's shoving something else in his mouth. And then we make him do his homework, go outside and play. Comes in another snack. And then it's only like 5 o'clock. He's only been here like 2 hours. He's already shoved like 3 things in his face. And he's like 15 minutes from his mom coming to get him, or my wife taking him to meet his mom or whatever, and go home and eat dinner. I want a snack. And it's like, no, dude, you're not getting a snack. You've had enough snacks, right? I don't need to be that for you. You are a grown-ass man or a grown-ass woman. If you are fat, like I am, and certainly like I was, you don't need snacks. You need to shut your food hole and open it maybe twice a day for 2 meals, get your macros, and be a fucking adult. Because you're gonna be hungry sometimes while you're losing your fat ass. Shut up about your snacks. You're not an 8-year-old little boy. You're a grown man. You're a grown woman. I don't understand this. I do understand it. And now I'm going to get to where I stop beating you up and I'm helpful. You are obsessed with food because you've lived in a nutritionally deprived state for years, some of you decades. So that no matter how much food you ate, no matter how much overeating you were doing, your body was nutritionally deprived. You are now forcing your body to eat good quality, highly nutrient-dense food in the form of fat, protein, and very little carbohydrates. Your body's pissed off at you. It doesn't want to be healthy on this side of it. Like overall, yes, your body seeks homeostasis. Your body seeks health. Your body seeks balance. But you have programmed your body like a drug addict to expect here's the heroin. And what you're saying is, look, dude, while I'm detoxing from the meth and the heroin, can I have a little bit of meth and heroin, man? Because, I mean, what am I? And you're not even, you know what? The ones of you that are going, I need snacks. You're not the ones doing it. You're always the ones that are on the outside looking in at all these people making great strides in their lives. And you're looking for a fucking excuse not to do this. Well, let me be blunt with you. Either you want to take charge of your health, you want to reclaim your natural birthright to be a healthy human being, or you're fucking not ready yet. So most of you, it's an excuse. But what will I do for snacks? As though this is fucking hard. Here's the food you can eat. What's a snack? It's some of this fucking food. It's a small handful of pecans or a small handful of fucking pine nuts. It's a piece of cheese. It's some meat. It's some smoked salmon. It's not laced with sugar. It's a midday coffee with some MCT oil in it, or just some really good high quality cream. That's your snack. You're not fucking 5. You don't need fucking Cheetos. Okay, I said I would stop beating up. But dude, this is the reason I'm beating up on you is this is what you sound like to any person who is actually trying to fix their shit and willing to do what it takes to fix their shit. You sound like an 8-year-old. You sound like my grandson. I need a snack. No, you need to fucking lose weight. Once you've lost weight, as long as you stay within the boundaries of what you should be doing for your diet, then if you really feel you need a snack, you can have a snack. Here's the thing. If you will shut the fuck up about snacks, if you will get on the plan, if you'll do a week or two, strict keto, but let's not worry about calories in the first week or two. Let's just get on the right food. And by the time we get into at least at the maximum, that second week, let's transition to 2 meals a day, intermittent fasting, and put the 2 meals a day as close as you can without making yourself totally miserable. All of a sudden, you're not going to be that hungry anymore. And what will happen is when you get up, you might feel a little hunger pain or whatever. Take a fucking walk. Have a coffee. Eat a pinch of salt. Something like that with your coffee. And start moving and doing your shit, and the hunger will go away. Because there's plenty of fat in your body for your body to go get. People go on fast for 8, 10, 12 days. They don't die. You're not going to fucking die because you have to wait 16 hours between your meals. You're not going to fucking die. You might be a little bit uncomfortable. Okay, you know what's uncomfortable? Uncomfortable is being a woman that should be 125 pounds and being 200 pounds, having an A1C through the roof, and being on your way to having your feet fucking amputated by the time you're 60 from type 2 fucking diabetes. That's uncomfortable. Dealing with a little bit of hunger pains while your body adapts to this so that they'll go away is a minor annoyance, right? Being a 340-pound man who, when he walks down the street 100 yards, has his ankles hurt for a week, that's fucking uncomfortable. Having your body start to pull on your fat reserves for the first time in decades is inconvenient and a little bit annoying. So, how do we deal with this? First of all, I think you should make a real effort, especially when you go into this, to get to those 2 meals a day with no snacks. You don't need snacks. And if you make your body, so it's like when you go exercise, you're not like, well, I was bench pressing. And I found that when I got to my 10th rep, it was harder than my 8th rep. And I know I'm supposed to be doing 12 reps, but I don't want to do it. You know that, okay, within the boundaries of not injuring myself, making things worse, that there has to be a point that I push through so that I can become better. Your body's learning to do work that it has never done before. So let's just try not doing it. Now, let's talk about what is the purpose of a snack. The purpose of a snack is almost 90% or more some sort of emotional attachment to the idea that you deserve something. A true, like if you really need to have something, it's because you're truly in a depleted state or you're expending a lot of energy. If you're training and you're hitting the weight room, and after you have your fasted workout, you have some small amount of food to help your body recover, okay, then that's a legitimate reason. But for most of you, you're not doing that shit. You're doing what I'm doing. You're in lightweight training, you're walking, you don't need nothing. But let's say you feel that you need something. Less is more. So sometimes I do feel a little nibbly, especially the less I'm doing, the less activity, like a down day, weekend day is the worst. Because then you're just bored. And a lot of times that's boredom. So if I feel that way, or if it's like the middle of the day and I'm not going to eat till 3 o'clock this day, and it's like 1 o'clock and I'm getting ready to start recording my podcast, and I just feel that little twinge of hunger, I'll go out, I'll open the closet, and I have all my little salad fixings there. And a lot of it's really high fat, moderate protein, zero carb, or almost no carb shit. Again, pine nuts, pecans, walnuts, pumpkin seeds. And I'll take out, like pine nuts, I'm in like little tiny amount. I don't even know what it would weigh. I'm talking like 4 or 5, maybe 6 pine nuts. And if I'm really hungry, maybe it's like 4 or 5 pine nuts and like 2 crumbled pieces of pecan. And I'll eat that. But I won't do this. I had a snack! No, I'll eat it like a tiny piece at a time. I'll slowly chew it, slowly masticate it, let that flavor go. And I'm putting really nutrient-dense food into me with this. It's not a lot of calories. I mean, you're probably talking something in the neighborhood of like 10 calories or less at that point. It's not going to run your body for very long, but it gives something in the stomach, and it satiates, and it's mental. And then you drink a great big glass of like water to fill the stomach. Because if you're in a weight loss mode, the fact that you're hungry is good. It means that your body's out of food. And now what does it have to do? It has to take fat cells and break them open and take energy out of them. It doesn't want to do this if you're new to this. It's like, screw that shit. Give me some freaking, gummy bears. You have to deny it. But that's kind of your snack, really. It's very small amounts. It's a quarter ounce of cheese and a small piece of high quality meat. If you eat a steak for dinner and you get toward the end of it and you really could finish it, but you don't feel that you really need to, and you have like an ounce of steak left, just stop. I'm not saying put it away. Just put the fork down. Have some water and vinegar, some apple cider vinegar before and during dinner is a great idea, by the way. It helps digestion. Straight water during dinner, it actually reduces the ability for your body to digest. But you add the acetic acid, so a little water and vinegar, sit there, wait a minute. And it's amazing sometimes, like I could eat the rest of this, but if you'll wait 5 minutes, you're like, I really don't need to eat that now. Okay, now save that piece of meat. Okay, that's an ounce of high quality beef, right? So then a snack is a quarter to a half ounce of that and a very small piece of cheese. And if you can, and you can, don't be a fucking baby, right? You can. Don't eat that snack before your first meal of the day. Eat it inside your fasting window, and you might find that you don't need to. But this whole compulsion, what do I do for snacks? What do I do for snacks? How about you grow up, you realize you're not 8 years old anymore. You're not in the middle of a growth spurt. You're doing this. Now, again, there's some of you, you're at weight, you're doing this for athletic reasons, you're doing this just as a way of life. I'm not yelling at you guys. And if you guys want snacks, as long as you're monitoring your numbers and they stay good, do what you want. I'm talking to people, that most of the people that are following me with this right now are significantly overweight. Somewhere between 30 and 100 pounds. If you are 30 to 100 pounds overweight, You don't need, should not have, should not have snacks. You're not a growing 8-year-old little boy who I even say, hey, your parents are picking you up and taking you home to give you dinner. You've had enough snacks. You don't need another snack, right? I don't want to have to be that for you. You're a grown-ass man, a grown-ass woman. If you have significant weight to lose, the idea of snacks needs to go away. It really does. Now, as you get into it, as the weight starts falling off, like I said, I think cheat days in keto are not going out and eating a donut. They're going over on your calories a little bit, what have you, maybe having a third meal that day. And it's like you don't have to punish yourself. But this obsession, for some of you anyway, it's got to stop. Do you want to weigh what you're supposed to weigh? Okay, there's going to be some parts of this that are challenging. There's going to be some parts of this that are difficult. It will not all be rainbow farting unicorns. But the destination is worth the journey. When you step on that scale one day, before you even reach your target weight, I'm going to tell you what's going to happen. There's going to be a point, if you'll quit being a damn pussy about this, and you stick to it, and you go, even, you know what, if I got to lose 2 pounds a week, if I got to lose 1 pound a week, 4 pounds a month, if that's how it works for me, as long as it's coming off, that's what I'm going to do. So, in a month, maybe you lose 4 to 8 pounds. Doesn't seem like a lot. Another month, maybe that another month, because now it slows down, that's only 4 pounds. Doesn't seem like a lot. Another month goes by, it's only 4 pounds. Okay, that's 16 pounds. And at some point, you're going to look at that number on that scale. You're going to look at your body. You're going to look at your body fat percentage. You're going to realize the way you feel. You're going to take a fucking walk for like 3 miles like I did this morning. You're going to be like, I could go damn, I got to go to work. I could do this for like another hour. And at some point, you're going to take, and you're going to put your hands in your face. And you're going to shed tears. The best kind of tears that you can shed. You're going to realize that you're saving your own life. Or you can bitch about snacks. No fancy send-off today. No special messages. That's the fucking truth. You can either have that moment in your life, or you can make fucking excuses about snacks. I'll talk to you tomorrow, and I will not be so on the top rope tomorrow, I promise.